Hello and welcome to another Titan Vial stream. Breaking the format 1-6. 1-6 vial at a time. Yeah, I've been really enjoying this list. I've been really enjoying the Nylea. I think this card has proved to be pretty good. The main slots that I'm looking for right now is I'm trying to get a feel of the balance between basically the 4 Reclaimers, the 4 Vials, the 2 Steves, and the Druid, which are the cards that I consider to be, like mana development slash ramp. So I want to see if all of these is a little bit too much mana and not enough business, or if we want to maybe cut the Druid. I don't think I want to go to anything lower than the 2 Steves. The 2 Steves have been pretty solid, so I think I'm gonna be working with this list for now. But Stream Improvement has been okay. But your first MTGO deck this morning? Nice, Larry Legend, nice. What did you buy? Was it Titan Vial? Tell me it was Titan Vial. Tell me it was Titan Vial. Yes! Hell yeah! Well, welcome to the action, my friend. What is perfect hand? Just a perfect hand. The perfect hand. I think a QB Turtle is actually a very good Junt player. Okay, so they're playing this other thing instead. It was only 180 ticks. Such a good deal. Alright, so now this is interesting. I think I'm actually gonna... Should I go with... I kind of want to go with Thalia here. And Yams with the tier 1 sub. Welcome back for the 4th month. Hey back to you as well. So they're playing... I think I'm just going to go Thalia here instead of playing another Vial. Because I could go Vial plus Vialing Reclaimer. I think I'm just going to go Thalia here. Should slow down my opponent a little bit. We're sticking with the Titan Vial Spice. I mean, as long as I keep having an 80% win rate, yes, you can bet that I'm gonna be continuing. I am going to continue playing this deck, right? As long as my my win rate continues to be ridiculously high, you can bet that I'm gonna continue playing this deck. So if they have exactly Pillage for my Vial, these could be problematic, but I think that holding up Reclaimer activation is going to be better. They have exactly Pillage for my Vial. They totally have exactly Pillage for my Vial. Oh, Stomp my Thalia. I'm okay with that. So let's sack the sack the Temple Garden. We have Excavator, right? Oh, wow. Well, we can't really do that, so start there. Wait for them to get a forest. They get a mountain? Well, that's interesting. Gonna bolt my dude. That's fine. Because that means that they don't bolt my other dude. So now they only have access to a single red mana, because our elf cannot untap mountains. Who's the Ponza deck now? Who's the Ponza deck now? Who is the Ponza deck now? Tell me, Chad. This guy is the Ponza deck now. when we Shalai instead of Elder Gargaroth. Yeah, I actually did not dislike Shalai. It's just that I like Elder Gargaroth better. So yeah, like that's perfectly fine. That's a perfectly excuse me, that's a perfectly fine thing to do. I actually do like Arasta in this matchup. On the draw, I don't think I want Thalia's. We got so many good cards for this matchup. Like, so many good cards. Should I cyber out Dryad? Is that crazy to think of? How's Reclaimer? Incredible. Also, Reclaimer is 7 ticks. I want to think that I had something to do with that. It probably has more to do with Legacy than anything else, but I'm just going to continue believing that I had something to do with that. 2 for 1 yesterday with Titan Vial. Mistaken, I'm telling you, this deck is the real deal. This deck is the real deal. Yeah, Elder is 25 bucks. Yeah, I know. I am just renting it from Mana Traders. If you want to rent your Elder Gargaroth, you can just support the stream by using the referral link, and if you use the code FPublush, you actually get a discount. Huh? Does Nylea work? Yes, Nylea has been very good. I think I'm gonna cut a Titan actually. It's a vanilla 6/6 under Blood Moon. And let's cut 1 Arasta. Need to get good because I haven't been doing well with the deck. I mean, Leviathan, you're literally the only one that has told me that has not been destroying it with the deck. Turn 1 Flagstones. Pillage me, baby. Pillage me, baby. Pillage me. Guess I'm gonna do this because I can Illidan's Call if my opponent doesn't do anything. Terra McGurf, thank you for that follow. Alright, we're flying a little bit. I may need to purge the Season Pyro. They didn't attack with the Elf. So we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This deck is tricky. I faced 1 Titan Vial yesterday with Jund. The opponent played Reclaimer instead of Vial. Didn't know it was on Jund. Gargaroth. That's right, now they're playing Gargaroth instead of what's his name. Legendary Chaos, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Prime Stronghold. I think we're just dead actually, right? I think we're actually just dead. If my opponent, maybe my opponent doesn't attack with Arbor or something, I don't know. I forgot that they're playing Gargaroth now, so I'm gonna have to bring in paths, because Arasta's gonna be less good then. My own Gargaroth sounds great. I think I do want Nylea. Particularly on the play. Maybe on the draw, as we just saw, it's a little bit too slow to get going. Because I feel like a lot of the power of Nylea is going to be just the 5-6 body against this deck. Is this live or pre-recorded? It's always live, my friend. It is always live. I don't know if you already spec about this, but Dryad Ivor is not good in this deck. No. Yeah, I know what Dryad Ivor does, but what you're not putting in that description is that it's a land drop, that it's a 1/1 that comes into play summon and sick, and well, that. And it cuts land drop. So yeah, no, it's not good. It's not worth a card in my deck. We really need to dodge a pillage here. Caught him again. Damn it. I need to watch out for you. Ow. You getting me? We can't play around anything, so let's just not. I guess we could have. No, it was not worth it. We could have played around Magus there, but it's not worth it. If they have pillage here, this is almost game over right now. Season Power I can beat. All right. If we get to on top with this knight, I think we're gonna win. Oh, I mean, we did get to on top with the knight. Ha. Ha, ha, ha. So we're gonna get the tap land out of the way, and we're gonna pass. Gargaroth. I could get ramming up here. I think I'm gonna get ramming up actually. Wait a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can actually Golos. But we need to tap the knight in order to Golos. That does not sound too good. We could Steve to ramp. We could Steve to ramp. We could also just get a Reclaimer. It's a 3-4. Actually, I don't dislike that. Let's do that. Do they know the enemy? This is the new enemy, my friend. This is the new enemy. Get to know it. Get to know it. So what do I want to dodge here? Scavenging Ooze would be my opponent's best draw. If they have Scavenging Ooze, that would be quite problematic. Ooze would be kind of big, actually. Damn it, I'm gonna have to buy a Garderoth. We do have access to Purge. What is this? Blood Braid into Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt the Knight. Damn. Alright, so make a 3-3. We're gonna take 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna exile here, block here, block here. This is 3, so we're gonna have to go get another fetch land, but I don't want to do that. So I guess I'm gonna block this. He's on Pyro. I could also block the Arbor Elf. How much damage am I taking then? 3, exile this. No, we block here. So 6, 7, 8. That's it. 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, sack planes. Go get... I guess we could get Radiant Fountain. Just get Flaxstones. Life. Slowly but surely, stabilizing and trying to pull ahead. Is the Stream Deck current? Yes. You know what we need to bring back? Hive Mind? Don't think so. If you wanna, you can do whatever you want. Now, saying that we have to do it might be a little bit of a stretch, but discarded Bloodbraid? Jeez. Yeah, they don't have any good attacks here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sack this here. Going to get Radium Fountain. Boom, boom. Sack Flagstones. Go get Temple Garden. And another Flagstones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're not yet there with Nylea. Let's get Heath. This allows me, if I draw a Titan, I can actually cast it and we just win. Titan? Titan would be great. Titan one time? I guess Dryad would also be GG's. Time has come to watch my favorite streamer by clacking a hole. Oh, thank you, Rancid Flesh, I appreciate it. Having Knight and Reclaimer together is pretty nuts. It really is. It really is. Okay, so we're going to fetch for Snow-Covered Forest. We play Golos. Yes. Get Field. Play Windswept Heath. Start getting some of these dudes going. I didn't try, it's pretty sick. Yeah, next turn we're gonna play Nylea and we're gonna start getting in there that way. They have a clock though, they have a very real clock. And that is kind of a big deal. That was probably the best top deck that they could have had there. Yeah, that's probably the best top deck that they could have had. It's kind of brutal, honestly. So if they attack with Gargaroth, I'm gonna have to block with multiple dudes. Shit. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to chill here. That was a sick top deck for them. Really, really good. Like I had gotten to a point where Field of the Dead was going to start taking over the game, and I only need to worry about the Clothes. But now, because they have a Gargaroth in play, actually, I'm actually in trouble now. Because now the Clothes is racing me. Brutal. Really good top deck for them. Really, really good top deck for them. So I can still find Dryad though, because Dryad actually allows me to start activating this guy. Would have sacked Temple Garden for a forest. Yeah, and then my opponent gets a free 3/3 and an attack with a 6/6, right? And I don't have blocks. So I don't think that actually sacrificing there is worth it, because like there's a very real cost. Like I'm getting raised by this Clothes basically, right? Are we just dead? Down to 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. So we're not actually dead unless they have a Blood Braid. Well, now we are dead. Now we are dead, I think. No, we should be going to 1 if they swing all. Oh, sweet. The problem is that we are probably not going to have enough life now. Can we activate again? No, we can't. We're 1 mana short. Right, that's pretty good. Alright. So I guess we're not gonna play these Golos. Because that path is kind of game winning there. Oh, did I put myself dead now? No, I didn't because I have an Nylea to block now, which I didn't before. Now, what do I do with this path is the question, because I can actually just path the Clothes, and if I do that, my opponent has... They're gonna start falling behind. Okay, so now we see the deck. Oh, this might just be lethal. Okay, so block, 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 block. We take 4 down to 2. Well, that sucks. So now we have to shuffle away my thingy. Path. Wait, do we have lethal here? Got him! Got him! I think they just didn't realize that I actually had a Corsair in play. Keep. Moggles, thank you for the follow. How did we win live? Because of Corsair of Crewfix. How has Nylea been so far? That was the first match. We tried Nylea yesterday, and I was sold on it. Like, it's very, very good. Like, what you just saw is kind of what Nylea has been doing for me. Okay, so here I have 2 options. I think I'm gonna go for Thalia. It slows my opponent down a little bit, and it means that I don't have to shock. So my opponent will, I guess, will need to just bolt the Thalia. No blocks, thank you. Yeah, bolt definitely goes after the Thalia. No surprises there. Get snow-covered forest. Play Steve. Say go. So we're gonna get to Golos next turn, which is nice because this means that we are gonna get to find Radiant Fountain. I'll block the shit out of you, my friend. That's actually a great draw, because it allows me to play around Skullcrack very nicely, while allowing me to double spell, meaning I get to play multiple blockers, and it allows me to put a clue into play. So that's actually a pretty solid draw there. It helps my curve considerably. And we get to play around Skullcrack pretty nicely. Now they're probably not going to have enough mana and cards in hand in order to kill me from here. Yeah. I will definitely block. I don't care about this tracker too much, honestly. It did what she did what she had to do already. Oh wow, we traded? That's so good for me. Speaking of being so good for me. Well, I guess I can die from here, right? They don't have a 1 mana burn spell, because otherwise they would have fired off right there. I'm still gonna Radiant Fountain here. Still gonna Radiant Fountain. Alternatively, I could have fielded. I think I'm gonna go for this. Mini Thragtusk. That's a way to put it, I guess. Alright, just like main facing the Boros Charm. And then Eidolon in. Let's see what we draw first. Another Dryad. It's kind of unfortunate. That is kind of unfortunate. So if I attack first, they go down to 13. They can top deck a burn spell and kill me. I don't know how I'm winning without casting this Dryad though. So I think we're just gonna have to risk it here. And if my opponent top decks a burn spell, we are gonna be dead. We can go squatter ourselves in order to get 2 Valakut triggers. But we're gonna be 1 Valakut trigger off of winning. Oh no, they have Helix. Yeah. Alright, so if they have any other burn spell here, we're dead. But if they have a creature or a land, we win. They have Skewer. Ah, so close. So close. Alright. Brutal. Yeah, you are... Yeah, that's not how Flagstones work, I was gonna say. You are misunderstanding how this card works. This only gets a Plains. You cannot get whatever you want. You have to get exactly a Plains. Yeah, I mean, it would be ridiculously busted, right? It would be insanely busted otherwise. So yeah, I mean, good thing that it only gets a Plains. Nylea probably gonna be a little bit too slow. Tracker seems kind of medium, honestly. Eidolon seems like I want to give it a shot. And I don't think I want Purge. Asturian Dreams, thank you for the follow. We're gonna get Titan Valak Cybergraph for this weekend. Yep. I'm working on a list right now, so whenever I get my list ready, Cyberguide will follow. And this is kind of looking like a list I'm enjoying a lot. Is this deck your idea or is it a serious thing? Both. Both of them. Dog2, thank you for that follow. Cole seems bad in this matchup. Seems better than the alternatives that I got, right? Don't have too many options. Ewit is also bad, but like, what am I gonna play instead? Like Celestial Purges? My opponent, I would definitely play Celestial Purges against Prowess, but I don't want that much removal against Burn. Like, the only card that matters is basically, what's his name? Eidolon. The other creatures don't really do anything. No Core Firewalker as a 1-up for Alambris. I could play it, but I'd rather play other cards instead. Flagstones at Alambris Skull. Feels bad, man. So I think I'm actually going to set up... I'm going to spend this turn to set up my Nixer Knight. Call for Lone Missionary might be the move. I don't want that many cards for Burn. I'm more concerned about Prowess than I am against Burn. Burn is not a great matchup, but like Courser does a lot against Burn. That's kind of the main difference. Courser does a shit ton against Burn. I don't think I want to Flagstones just yet. Actually, do I? I'm just gonna take the Radiant Fountain. Knight is gonna be a 4/4. Steve. Path. Sure. Ever tested the deck before, trying to give me recommendations of what card to use? Yeah, I mean, I understand though, and I appreciate people being polite. It's very different. It's a huge difference, at least in my view, when somebody comes here and they say, have you tested, or have you considered, or did you think about X, versus you should play this card. Those are two very different statements, right, in my eyes. Those are two very, very different statements. And it's, at least for me, there's a huge difference between both of them. I don't mind people coming here and saying, ah, shit. Oh, I should not have blocked here. Like, I really wanted to draw that cursor. I messed up. I was talking to chat and I messed up. Anyway, one of them is, you know, like polite and I appreciate it, you know, versus the other one, which is just like assuming that I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about. Man, that Corsair draw would have been sick, actually. I messed up there. My opponent conceded anyway, but like if I had not blocked, taken the 2 down to 13, then we untap, we play Corsair, and then we just maybe draw cards off the top or have Steve to like shuffle. We would have been in a lot better shape. It didn't matter anyway. Alright, on the draw now. On the draw is when things get tough. On the draw is when things get really tough. Have you tried any other number of nicer reliquary, or is one the magic number? So, actually, Knight is not that good in most scenarios. In fact, when I started playing the deck, I was playing no Knights, and I was hesitant to play any Knights because Knight doesn't really work that well. At least it didn't really work that well with my initial list. That's probably a more accurate way of saying it. With my initial list, Knight was actually not really helping me out too much. Like, it wasn't really doing anything for me. In the current list, it's like we have 3 fetches, 7 basics, and 2 temple gardens. So it's a lot better in that sense. I think I'm just gonna keep this and bottom the flagstones. So things are a lot better in that sense, meaning that we get to... Knight tends to be active a lot more, but a lot of your cards actually, a lot of your lands actually don't enable Knight. Like, if instead of having this forest, we had like Fountain, Flagstones, that would kind of be a keep, but it's pretty awkward here, right? So, all right, so we're gonna be taking 2. Shoot. Well, I guess it's fine. Like, this Thalia is going to like kind of eat this Rift Bolt, but it's gonna also eat my opponent's mana. We're gonna take 2 more. Then next turn we're gonna Dryad plus land, and then on the following turn we get to Courser and get that going. And my opponent has 3 cards in hand, and then they're down to 16. And we also drew a castle. So I'm liking my spot here. Seems like a good spot. Stamstam, what's up? Hey, Obesus. Having some fun here. This deck is just absolutely delightful, so it's pretty hard to not have fun with this deck. Path my Dryad, you got it. Snow Forest. So we're gonna have multiple options here. I think I'm gonna Aether Vial on top. With my opponent holding up 2 mana, I think I'm gonna go for Courser plus Skull here. So let's do Courser. It's pretty solid. Can't complain about that one. And we can either call or play Vial here. I think... What are we gonna do next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna get to trigger a field. And I think I'm probably gonna copy Radiant Fountain. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna have only 2 mana. No, we're just gonna play the Aether Vial here. I'm not gonna be calling this turn. We can call next turn. We can call for the guy that gains 4 life, Knight of Autumn. And I'm definitely shuffling here, but I'm playing around my opponent's Skullcrack, basically. I kind of believe that this game is over, however. I don't think my opponent can win anymore. 100% blocking. Thank you for that land. Mostly because I want them to tap out on my turn. On their turn, sorry. So I am free to, like, primetime copy this next turn. Not interested in another copy of this. Here we get to gain a life, basically. Fetch for free. Blaze gone, that's fine. Draw Ghost Quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm just gonna Titan here. Gonna get Vesuva and Celestial Sanctuary. We get to trigger Feel, we get to copy Radiant Fountain, and we force my opponent's hand. We also get to ramp, which is nice. If they don't have Skullcrack, we get to gain 4 life, effectively ending this game. Good win bust, good cyber option in this deck? No. I am not interested in I'm not really interested in splashing any colors, really. The mana base is already sketchy. Do you have any other brews that I want to work on? Well, I wanted to work on Astral Ren once Containment Priest came into Modern, but it's actually bugged in Magic Online. Where is it? Like, this is the list that I played. I played this through a league, and then I realized that Priest is bugged with Astral Drift. I guess it's not Priest is bugged. Like, Astral Drift is bugged. Whenever you, whenever the trigger that brings all of your creatures back goes on the stack, the client doesn't allow you to choose the order in which those triggers happen, which means that if your Containment Priest comes into play first, then the rest of your creatures get exiled. This hand doesn't do anything. So it's actually very, very relevant. So it makes playing the deck a lot tougher. Yeah, it's similar to the old school amulet bug. Yeah. Just reported. I reported it when I played the league. Honestly, I haven't tried it since, because I came up with this deck, and this deck is actually very good. So I'm interested in brewing, making this deck work, making it as good as I can make it, at least, you know. Jundo, probably. Could be Gobos. Could be Gobos. It is Jundo. So you can imagine the Gen matchup is quite good for us. I don't want to play one of my things into my opponent's potential K command. Like, if they want a K command and they want to destroy this, they can destroy this and make me discard. But I'm okay with this, with that, I think. And if they don't answer my Vial, then we can Violin Tracker, play land, and then my opponent cannot even bolt the tracker. They're gonna have to exactly push it. Titan Vial, baby. Could play around the double amulet bug almost always. Yes. You kind of got used to it at some point, which is sad, honestly, for you to just like get used to playing around the bug. Yeah, so they do have K command here, so they're probably gonna make me discard. The good thing is that we can just discard the Blast Zone. It's pretty good. So I guess we're gonna do that instead. So get a lanes here. Play a ramming app. Play this. Get some guaranteed value here. So if my opponent spends their turn like just activating this, we can still get value from ramming app by just tapping 2 lands. And both Golos and Tracker are kind of haymakers here, so if they want to deny me value from ramming app, I mean, they're just gonna have to kill the ramming app, basically, is what I'm saying. They could have a good blood braid here, though. Inquisition. Oh, that's really good. Like Inquisition plus Liliana could be a problem. Damn, son. All right. Land off the top. Not quite, I guess. Feels bad, man. All right, don't have Liliana this turn. We got Junded? Yeah, we kind of did. I mean, if this Golos resolves, though... Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna get to resolve this Golos, so... So I guess we get a fetch land so we can get one more Sombo. It's not the most exciting Golos I've ever played, but... Fountain? No. This effectively gains me more life, right? Because I lose 1, but I gain a zombie, which jump locks the Wiz for a turn. So just better for me to do this instead. Do I play Field of Ruin? No. Play Ghost Quarter. Do you have Wing Pilot Tech? The guy got banned at Star City used to play, forgot his name. No. It's people keep comparing this deck to Greenwald Pilot Town, and it's just not the same at all. Greenwald Pilot Town was a Mana Denial deck. This is definitely not a Mana Denial deck. It's a value deck that kind of has a side effect, I guess. Mana Denial plan. So we still have a bunch of draw steps just to straight up win the game here. Did you hear correctly that I was a GP Austin? Yes, I was GP Austin. Have the cards didn't exist at all? Yeah. It was also a Coco deck, which is assistant. Another truth. Yet another truth. Just getting hella jumped over here. Let's see if we had good green-white tech we might be overlooking. No. Did I play Amulet? Yep. If you go to my YouTube channel, I actually made like a full video where I made like a tournament report and stuff. Let me look it up real quick. So I have all my VODs organized. There we go. That's the playlist. I can remember him. Hammy was worshipping the board and drew Malkuth's command. Yeah, not sure I like those cards even. Like what are those cards doing? So I think we have to, I was gonna say, I think we have to block the Dark Confidant, but fortunately with the Bob alive, I don't think we can take this damage because they are likely to join to bolt. So we have to lock sack like a prime time or something of that caliber here. Like we're actually super far behind. The good thing is that we can like Eladamber Skull into prime time, which is great. Doesn't do it. Played Amulet GP Austin and had to appeal wrong judge calls twice when opponents played Ashogun Field of Ruined Me. Oh, that's hilarious. Right, so my opponent just stopped there, can answer to the AA to the Thalia, so just gonna pack it in. You can just stack for lethal. Alright. Sideboard playing against John Doe. Give me these, give me these, give me these. Easy. Let's do it, opponent. Let's go. Eidolon isn't that bad here. Eidolon, like my opponent is gonna be playing one spell a turn anyway, so Eidolon doesn't do anything. It probably stops me more than them. 3 mana 1/4 is not something I'm excited about, particularly when it grows my opponent's Tarmogoyfs, because it's an enchantment. Like I already have enchantment creatures, already enough enchantment creatures. They path we know the stack too, and the judge let them take that back and discover, and I would in fact get basics for those. And some magic judges just, with the pardon of the world, just suck. I have lost matches that I should have won to poor judge calls. Feels really bad when that happens. Has anyone played against 5 colorless elementals lately? That deck looked decent. We actually played the deck on stream. We went 3-2. The deck looked very good. A lot less Mimi than one might think. So we're gonna see what they do here. I lost because I did not pay for Pact even though I had all the mana. Oh well. Well, that was like that back in the day. In fact, that's a rule change that I don't agree with. I wish that those rules worked as they did back in the day. Beauty of MTGO, no cheating, no poor judging. Yeah, I actually agree with that, yeah. Man, this hand kind of developed a little bit awkwardly. I wish I had drawn any untap land that would allowed me to actually play a second reclaimer, which would be nice. As we're currently standing, if my opponent answers this reclaimer, we might be in a little tiny bit of trouble. That's a Liliana. It's kind of okay though. So now we sack this, we get a Temple Garden. And now we can get Sanctuary. And now that they use the Liliana, I think I'm just gonna slam this Gargroth. They could have either Maelstrom Pulse or a second Liliana. Those are the two clean answers to this card that they might have. And I think we're discarding Reclaimer to Lily here. Trophy too, but it's not that clean. Yeah, I think I'm actually pitching the Reclaimer. Because this place allows me to double spell next turn. Hey, Ashiok, cute. Season Pyro, yeah, Season Pyro is really good. No one plays Terminate anymore, that's just not true. Nassif and Reed have been playing Terminate because it's an answer to Stormwing Entity. It's a good one for them to not know about, actually. I think I'm gonna draw, actually. They could have an instant spell, but like, it is what it is, I guess. And the way that I sequenced, I did not grow the Goyf, and they did protect it. And now we can safely just purge this. Drew another card here with the Courser. Now we can purge this Liliana. And we're kind of done at this point. Like with this Gargaroth, just getting one swing in, feeling pretty safe. Because they have Bolt? No, because if they had Bolt, they should have bolted me. That would have grown the Goyf to a 6/7. They missed it. Ha! That's funny. They actually missed it there. Huh. Okay, that was pretty good for them. Good sequence of turns. So we have multiple cards that win the game on the spot. We have multiple cards that win the game on the spot. Primeval Titan, Golos, any of those cards just win. Like straight up. Classic Blood Radiant Bush. Pitch in this Temple Garden. So the last card in hand is a Goyf. That's not bad. Not bad at all. One mana short of that one. So they Lily minus. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this actually. It's worse against field, but like drawing another card seems important. Seems worth more than the land that I have in play. Down to 11. Just the Goif. Prime time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess that's the prime time. We field and field. So here go. I mean, that's the good thing about this deck, right? Like, we just have so many good draws against them. And we have just some draws that are just game over immediately. It's efficient decks I've ever seen. Too bad it costs like 3 Toyota Corollas to build. I mean, I guess that's a way to put it. So let's start here. This is 6, 7 Goif. Just jump attack with priest prime time. It just doesn't matter. I mean, I guess we can exile their yard with a bog here. Sure. This means that they can double block the Titan, but they take 8. They're still dying to my Basilian tokens. And we get to trade with the Goif, basically 1 for 1. Yeah, as it often is, just resolving a Primeval Titan is just game over against John. Some things never change. Yeah, skip things like this. Spider? Hell yeah. Honestly, think that Spider might be a consideration for Amulet as well. How do I like the Streamloop Druid? It's been cool. It's been cool. It certainly has done some work. Still trying to strike that balance. I think that it's nice. Like, for example, when we're cutting our vials, like having access to the Streamloop Druid in a matchup like this is going to be really cool. And when you are sacrificing flagstones, it feels like you are just... It feels like you're cheating. Just like turn 3 Druid, sack my flagstones, get 3 lands, cast Titan, have Titan mana next turn. It's basically Veteran Explorer in Modern. No, a Spider is not Lily proof. This only triggers when you have instant and sorceries. So no, it's not Lily proof. Ah, speak off. Perfectly fine hand. We're gonna keep it. Opponent being on the play, kind of a big deal. But it's still fine. So I'm gonna go turn 1 Heath. I'll get a basic forest. Unless my opponent thought seizes my Reclaimer away. 5 toughness is big game. Yeah, I actually think it's really good at blocking Glurbringer. Now that the Gruul monsters decks are playing Gargaroth, maybe I don't want to be bringing in Asta. That's why I was kind of adapting in the first match that we played today. So maybe we don't want to be playing Arasta in that matchup specifically. But overall, it's pretty nutso. Note that my opponent cannot run on 6 on 2. So they have their basic swamp. I doubt that we get to untap with Reclaimer, but if we do, I'm going to go get a Flagstones. They could still have turn 3 Ashiok, which would be kind of annoying, but if they don't, oh baby. No, 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 no. Turn off auto yields. Okay. Whew! That was close. Player rate and found. Say go. You see, that's what we play Reclaimer. We play it so we cannot F6 through our turn because it automatically moves to combat. So it's anti-F6 deck. You sometimes just have to, you know, you're not leveling your opponent, you're just leveling Magic Online, you know? So they kind of need Ashiok right now, and I guess if they cast Ashiok, that means that we are gonna get to cast Dryad, so still pretty solid for us. Take 4 here, easy. Lightning Bolt. Flagstones. Winning, winning, winning. ¿Qué hace, papá? ¿Qué contour, sí? Do you see Reduke Road side of the Navia without Titan Bile? Yes, I actually commented on the article with a top tier comment. Alright, opponent, I'm ready. I am ready. Hit me. Oh, this is another one. So we're gonna get a forest and a snow forest. No Shadow of Doubt. No Shadow of Doubt. Can you believe that? Wee lands. What do you got, OP? What do you got? So, I guess I'm gonna bog myself. Liliana. Sure. Can use Blast Zone to blow up Goif. I think I'm discarding Castle here. If they have Bush or they have an answer to the Dryad, we might be in trouble. They have Bush. Oh no, they have Blood Red and they're hoping to... Alright, yeah, that's fine. Is that lethal actually? Go down to 1. Damn, son. Alright, prime time off the top one time, I guess. Prime time? Oh, man. We're exactly dead. We're exactly dead. Because they get to minus on the Arasta. When you discard a Vesuva, give you an out on a Elambris. Yeah, maybe I should have pitched the Vesuva. I was thinking I want to copy my Radiant Fountain. But the problem with that is... no, we're just dead to the board. That was pretty lucky that they found a Terminate. They had a bunch of not good draws. Yeah, we're just dead. It's my first time losing the match to John so far. The past like 5 or 6 times I played before, I beat it kind of easily in post-border games. Sometimes it's rough in game 1. Niles Psy, think it would follow. Spike is playing against the list. That's great. What do you think of Furo Control deck in Modern? Do you take the place of Prowess as the best deck in Modern? No, I think Prowess is better. Speaking of Furo Control. My opponent says Titan, question mark, and I gave him a smiley face. I don't want to play Steve because it plays into my opponent's Romance, Mana Leaks, etc, etc, etc. Their mana might be a little bit awkward, I guess. Maybe it isn't. Just gonna get another Flagstones. Like, there's no need for me to do anything here. Just keep hitting land drops. If they activate Field, we just activate Reclaimer. So they need to path the Reclaimer. Path is probably their only answer. I'm assuming this is Sharkblade. Yeah. Or just like straight up blue-white control. Both of them are reasonable options. Blue-white Miracles. Yeah, that could also be it. Now they get to field my field. That's fine. Don't think we're gonna run out of basics. I think Knight is something that's counter-worthy, that I'm not sad if my opponent counters. Logic not. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm just gonna play Steve, and I'm just gonna attack for 3. If they Wrath, then we get to do whatever the hell we want. Cryptic, counter draw. He wait back the tracker. Honestly, maybe I should have led with Dryad there. Yeah, I should have definitely led with Dryad, actually. Should have definitely led with Dryad. Big Tef. Okay. So they have not used Wrath yet. This is already Wrath worthy, I think. So we're just gonna pass. Wrath, Terminus, whatever. Any of the above. So they got to field both of our fields, which is honestly pretty annoying. And now they get to Wrath our board, which is also pretty annoying. Six, 7, 8. 8 mana. It's not bad, actually. Not bad at all. So we get to start with this. Now we get to resolve a Titan. Not bad at all, actually. So Valakut Bojuka Bog. Definitely interested in bogging. It forces my opponent to find their other verdict in order to answer my board here. Literally just have 6th, but Moto disagrees with me apparently. Thalia was a really good draw there. Jace. Got it. They play land, so they're not going to be able to Cryptic, which means that they're going to be forced to do something before I do anything, which is good. MRC Junior. Thank you for the follow. So they're gonna need double paths to exile, I guess. If they have double path, they have a shot. Yeah, so they're digging. I don't understand why they, if they're gonna be digging, I don't understand why they would play their land first, because they might find a fetch land. Weird there. Alright, so we're definitely gonna lead on the attack. Land is not terrible, actually. We actually don't get to trigger, which is brutal. This one, Valakut, Big Tef. Get a clue. We don't have any more things to fetch with Flagstones, which is kind of sad, because that would be great. Always yes, always heal. And I think I'm going to main phase crack here, this clue, hoping to find any land. Any land at all. Easy. So now they have nothing going on. We have a very good Vor state. I'm not going to overextend. They have no walkers. We have a Thalia in play. Good stuff. How is my masterpiece? Masterpiecing. So they don't have Wrath mana right now. That is a sick rip. Sick rip. Damn. How sick can a rip be? Like that. That's how sick a rip can be. Alright, so I guess they kind of got nothing going on. Field of the Dead comes back. We get a glue. We get a Valak trigger. We get a Samba. Everybody gets value. So much value. So much value. Silly opponent. They thought they had stabilized. Can you believe that, chat? They thought they had stabilized. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So Nylea is the absolute nuts in this matchup. I don't think I want Garbaroth. Seems a little bit too easy to answer. Balakut your zombies with actual land triggers to flex. Damn. That is the next level flex. Spring on the Druid. I guess I'm gonna cut all the like ramp cards. This game's gonna go long, and I want to make sure that we got all of our business. I don't think my opponent is on Stomp late. Not with Hall of Heliots, whatever. So I was considering them being on Stomp late until I saw the Hall of whatever, and then that's when I said they are not. Vile against this kind of deck is great. So direct. Yeah, so direct's pretty good. It is pretty silly. They kept forces against me? That's wild. I'm gonna say forced against death for non-creature spell deck. Interesting. Gonna go get just fix my mana a little bit here. We have no resources otherwise. Nice mana base. That's a problem. Untap land. Another Vile. Brutal. Did you time out twice, Shauna? That's brutal. Joe, not strange, really. That is brutal, but not necessarily weird. This is a plus stream, apparently. Is the deck viable without them? Probably. It's worse. I guarantee you that it's worse. Why would they plus? You face double blue-white? Brutal. Well, you should have a very good matchup against those decks, though. You should have a pretty solid matchup against the blue-white nonsense decks. Turn 3 Mentor is going to be really tough to beat, though. Turn 3 Mentor is going to be quite tough to beat. Spike, thank you so much for the raid. How is everybody doing? How did your stream end up? Just lost to format warp in Titan Vile. Dude, it's real, man. I'm telling you that it's real. I am telling you that it's real. Oh, my opponent has a V-click, chat. My opponent has a V-click. Remember when Vendilion Click was like the actual nuts? Remember when this card was the actual nuts in the modern format? I still remember. Those were the times. Thank you for all those follows, by the way. Movarashin Worston and Big Ben Boulevard. Thank you for those follows. Wait, there's more! Huge Sesh also. Remember it was like a $50 card? Yeah. Jump from 100 views to 450 in a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's because of the raid that we got from Spike. That's a problem. Oh, they plussed? Okay, so if we draw a fetch land, we might just be in business here, folks. Fetch land? Oh, that's actually significant. Oh, check this out. Oh my god, I can't believe my opponent did a minus on my Vial. So people ask me, what does Vial do in this deck? Why is Aether Vial good in this deck? Well, let me show you. Let me show you what Vial does in this deck. Is Spanish allowed in the chat? Of course. Of course. My opponent must have thought, how am I supposed to lose this game now? Well, here's how. Oh, man. Portuguese too? Yeah, Portuguese is fine. I understand a little bit of Portuguese. So... Alright. Shock, Onion MTG, TJ Fourth, Annex, Kia Jean, Calvin, J Candies. All of you, thank you for all of those follows. What about Latin? No, I don't understand Latin. What card will spike because of this deck? Is there anything I should get early? I don't have enough to get everything at the moment. Well, Reclaimer is 7 ticks in Magic Online right now. I don't know if it's because of this deck. I want to think that it is, but it probably is, and might have something to do with Legacy. It's just a thing with follow. And Vials, I don't know. They didn't really go up because of this deck, because they were already kind of expensive because of the Gobos deck. Sounds pretty solid. One of the coolest decks I've seen. Well, thank you so much. Lux 294. Think about that follow. Oh, you're a paper player? Then get your Reclaimers. Wesley, also thank you for the follows. Well, okay. No, you folks are not bots, right? I hope that you're not bots. Why are us in the side? Because of prowess. Prowess is actually quite problematic for us. Have I thought about Ranger Captain of EOS? Might be too cute, but a good take against combo. No, not really. Like, I'd rather play other cards against combo. I'd rather play more Thalias, I'd rather play Eidolon, even Gadok Teague I've tried. But no, I don't think the Ranger Captain will do anything. So they got an Ursa's Mine. Okay. It's not bad, actually. I mean, it's not great, but I'll take it. It's something we can do there to disrupt them a little bit. This deck is wild. Yeah, it is. I wonder how this deck translates into Legacy. Not very well, I would assume. I doubt that you want to be playing this deck in Legacy. Seems pretty underpowered for the format. Oops, sorry about that. Play Reclaimer. We're gonna go Reclaiming for a Ghost Quarter. Front left, and remember a lot of Lawful Witches. Moose Droppings, thank you for the follow. Did I read Sunblack's article? No, because it's behind the paywall. So no, I didn't. Which is unfortunate. So we're gonna get Ghost Quarter, and I'm going to protect said Ghost Quarter by bouncing it with Celestial Sanctuary. And next turn, if we want, we can double Ghost Quarter my opponent. Because we can Ghost Quarter them, Vialing, Dryad, play Eternal Witness, get back Ghost Quarter them again. ¿Puedes contestar en inglés o no? Si quieres disfrutar mucho de idioma, no pasa nada. ¿Jugás en papel fuera del contexto pandemia? Leí en tu video que le haces Modern Legacy más que nada los otros formatos. ¿Qué onda? No, generalmente juego Modern Legacy porque son los formatos que más me gustan lejos. Y sí, juego en papel también. Juego sobre todo, me gusta mucho... Bueno, juego más o menos los mismos mazos que juego en el stream, pero generalmente juego Modern en paper nomás. Spray no hit Tron here. Yeah, naturally. We don't care about like them cracking Expedition map. Even if they have something like a big Karn, it wouldn't have been very disruptive. It would have been a little bit annoying because of the Aether Vial, but would have been fine anyway. Alright, so here we go. Second Thalia doesn't do anything. So, let's do Ghost Quarter now. Play Dryad. Vialing. Eternal Witness. Get back Ghost Quarter. Yes. So they didn't have Tron last turn? So I think I should assume that they should not have it now. Because if I do that, that allows me to Titan next turn and set up lethal. So unless they have exactly Natural Tron into Ugin or Oblivion Stone exactly, those are literally the only cards that matter. So unless they have exactly those, we should be fine here because we are going to have lethal next turn. Because I'm going to go fetch for... Castle Garenbrig. That's it. Well, if they have Natural Tron into O-Stone, then it should be enough, yeah. Sweet, alright. So they're probably going to play something that's irrelevant, and then we're going to win. Yeah, so there's the O-Stone, but it's not going to matter because I'm just going to sack this plains. We're going to get Castle Garenbrig. Sure, dig Vial up for value. For 1 mana with Thalia out, there's nothing they can have. So we play Primetime. Valakut. OCS always healed. OCS, yes. Easy game, easy life. Damn sphere, mind sensors, and Nine of Bottoms. This one goes. Lumber Skull is cool. Thalia is a little bit worse on the draw. I'm interested in Thalia on the play, not so much on the draw. And we're probably gonna cut the tracker. Vialing Gargaroth is the 6th version of Do a Barrel Roll. I actually have not vialed in Gargaroth just yet. I think it's literally the only creature in my deck that I have not vialed in, because I vialed in exactly. I have actually vialed in everything else. Yeah. I guess Gargaroth and Springbloom Druid are the only things that I have not vialed in. And Rhetoric, because this is my first league playing the card. I guess it's my second league playing the card, never mind. But everything else in this deck has been vialed in. Yeah, this hand is just sick, right? Like, we have everything. We have, like, the turn 2 Damp Sphere, turn 3 Raminap plus Ghost Quarter combo. And we have a Dryad. Sick. Can you violate Nylea? Yes. Yes, you can. Even if it's not active. Even if it's not active, you can still violate it. What do I think about Spirit of the Labyrinth? It's a card. Alright. I guess my opponent's hand was also the nuts. LOL. I guess it was not so much the nuts. Play this, put a stop on draw step. And they didn't search for anything, right? They just had the Natty Tron. So I'm just gonna blow up the one that gives them the most mana. Thragtusk versus Gargaroth. Classic modern matchup. Yeah, well, I sided out the Gargaroth. Feels bad, man, right? Yeah, I'll take 5. Thank you. If they don't have an answer to this on this turn, we are going to win pretty easily from here. Dismember. All right. So they do have the answer. Good. Because if they didn't have the answer right then and there, we were going to win pretty easily. Well, I'm actually getting kind of raced by this guy, so I'm just going to do this here. Now that the Dryad is gone, things get a little bit tougher. I think we're still favorite, but now things get a little bit more awkward. Okay, so this is the turn that we're gonna double spell. And then next turn we can Golos plus start Ghost Quartering them. And that should be enough to win the game, especially with the Mind Sensor in play. So they have to draw Tron land into game-winning threat in this turn. And they have 2 cards in hand. So their hand needs to be exactly both of those cards. If they only have Tron or they only have a game-winning threat that they cannot cast, then we're going to win almost certainly here. I guess they could also have like an answer to the Raminap. But everything else, we got covered. Mr. Basham, thank you for that follow. Here comes Mind Sensor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Golos. Get Field. Ghost Quarter them. Ghost Quarter them again. Now we have infinite Chompers. And the opponent can never cast a relevant spell anymore. Field of the Dead. Ghost Quarter that. Opponent gonna Luck Suck? No Luck Suck, sweet. Make another Sumbo. Destroy that one. Luck Suck? No Laxax, sweet. Uro Reclamation decks are the best decks. They're good. Uro Rec decks are good. That's all I have to say about that. Pew, 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 pew. Another 4-1. Another 4-1. All right, so what's my current record? 44-11. 44-11. So that is exactly 80% win rate over now 55 matches. What were the other matchups? We lost against Burn. We beat Red Green. No, we lost against John. We didn't lose against Burn. We beat Burn. We beat Red Green Monsters. We lost to John. First time ever losing to John. We beat Blue White Control, and we just beat Mono Green Tron. Does that include a 2-3 with the first list? No, it doesn't, Professor Chaos. It doesn't. I honestly don't consider that first league to have been. That was like the test league. But I only consider the leagues since yeah, exactly. Because the very first league, for those of you that don't know, I wrote an article on this deck and I explained like all the origins of the deck. I explained the first lists. I also made the playlist with all of my streams since I created the deck, and I talk about like all the different card choices and why I went with those card choices. And what I consider to be the moment when the deck started being good is when I cut the Noble Hierarchs and I added Thalias. That was the breakout point, and that's when I start considering the deck to be good. So that's why I'm starting to count from there. What is the worst matchup? Amulet Titan. You cannot beat Amulet. Like, Syrup and Sir to win. Like, you just cannot beat it. You need for them to like mull to 5, and then I don't know, they have a turn 2 Dampy Sphere, turn 3 even Mind Sensor, and I hope that that's good enough. And even that might not be good enough. But yeah, Amulet is unbeatable, and what's also bad? E-Tron is kind of medium. Green Tron has felt very good. I think I played E-Tron like Green Tron like 7 times or something, and I'm 7-0 against it. What else? Prowess is tough. Prowess is... I don't feel advantage against Prowess. That's why we have 2 Arastas in the sideboard. Udo Piles have been good matchups for me. The matches are pretty skill intensive though. Oh, Skip Shift. Skip Shift is also... Waiting for the Mystifying Titan Vial Part 1. Nice. Scape Shift is also pretty much unwinnable. You just need to get really, really lucky against Scape Shift. Because it's like Amulet, but not as in going over the top, but the fact that they can interact with our ways of interacting. And we can beat control decks. We actually have a good win rate against control decks because we have cards like this. Like, we are really, really good at outvaluing control decks. But when your opponent just casts Escape Shift, like, that's it. You just lose. So, not too much to do about that. When is the Cyber Guy dropping? Probably tonight. I'm gonna write it after I finish streaming here, and then I'm going to notify all my like subs and patrons. All right, folks, we're gonna play another league, but I have to take a short break, and I will be right back. Okay, so don't go anywhere, and I will see you very, very soon. Let me get you some music going. Boom.